Welcome to Tired Mommy Revival. Hey mama, are you running on coffee fumes? Feeling like brain fog, fatigue, and anxiety are running the show? Do you wake up dreading the day ahead, already overwhelmed by the endless to-do list and unsure how you'll make it through? Do you long for the energy to enjoy motherhood and care for yourself, but feel stuck and unsure where to start? Let me remind you of something life-changing. You were created for more energy, more clarity, more joy. Hi, I'm Jerusha, certified holistic wellness coach, wife and mom to 2 wild boys and 1 baby girl in heaven. I know the exhaustion you're feeling because I've been there, barely making it through the day, relying on coffee and chocolate to survive, and wondering why nothing I tried ever made me feel better. Then, God stepped in and revealed a powerful truth. A woman's body is beautifully and uniquely designed to thrive. When we align with how God created us, we can boost our energy, bust through fatigue, and step into the vibrant, joy-filled life He has for us. Mama, I'm living proof that it's possible. These days, I wake up refreshed, nourish my body with intention, and navigate the chaos of motherhood with patience and peace. Most days. And I want to help you do the same. If you're ready to swap exhaustion for energy, brain fog for clarity, and guilt for grace, you're in the right place. Each week, we'll dive into practical strategies, faith-filled truths, and empowering tools to renew your health, body, soul, and spirit. Are you ready for this? Let's do it, mama. Hey mama, let's talk about something that rarely gets any love but is quietly working behind the scenes to keep you functioning. Your liver. Now, before you zone out thinking, seriously, the liver, stick with me, because if you've been feeling exhausted, puffy, moody, bloated, or like your body is staging a protest no matter how clean you eat or how many Pinterest workouts you attempt between toddler meltdowns, it might just be your liver trying to wave a white flag. And the best part? You don't need a medical degree or a cleanse from the depths of green juice hell to fix it. No, mama, we're going to talk about your liver today, and I am so excited. But even if you are not as excited as me to geek out on why your liver is important, I am going to tell you why it might be the missing piece to your health. We're going to talk about root causes today and your liver. Let's start with why the liver even matters. It is the multitasking MVP of your body. It's not just for filtering out alcohol and junk food, although yes, it does that too. This powerhouse regulates your hormones, balances your blood sugar, processes stress, supports digestion, stores nutrients, activates and disposes of used hormones, and literally cleanses your blood 24/7. It's like the mom of your internal organs, doing all the invisible work, holding everything together, and often getting 0 credit. Sound familiar, mama? When your liver is overwhelmed or sluggish, you can feel it everywhere. You're tired, your mood is weird, your weight won't budge, your sleep is trash, and even healthy habits don't seem to work. So today, let's break down 5 key areas that are directly tied to how your liver is doing. Number 1 is your sleep. Have you ever woken up between 1 and 3 a.m. for no reason? That's liver time on the body clock. When your liver is overworked, it can't keep up with overnight detox, so your body wakes you up. Here's something else that's wild. Your liver is actually involved in helping growth hormone do its job while you sleep. And growth hormone controls the first half of your sleep cycle when the body repairs and regenerates tissue, and it works through your liver. So if your liver is sluggish or sick, you don't sleep deeply. You don't heal like you need to, and you wake up tired no matter how many hours of sleep you actually got. As tired mamas, we cannot afford to have a sluggish liver. Let's move on to number 2, which is stress. Your liver is responsible for processing excess cortisol, your main stress hormone. But when it's bogged down, it can't do that efficiently. So cortisol builds up, and that means more anxiety, more irritability, and more of those "why am I yelling" moments. Both hands up over here if you know what that's like. And it becomes a loop. Stress slows your liver, and a sluggish liver amplifies stress. And you're not crazy. You're just stuck in a hormonal stress swirl. But there is a way out, and it starts with giving your liver some love. All right, number 3, gut health. Your liver makes bile, which is what it uses to break down fats and help you absorb fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, and K. If your liver isn't making enough bile, or it's thick, sludgy, and not flowing well, you'll struggle to digest fats and absorb key nutrients. And when you're low on nutrients, your energy tanks, your immune system weakens, and your body starts borrowing from its reserves. So, yes, when your liver is sluggish, you're not just bloated or gassy, you're nutrient deficient, and that affects everything. Also, when toxins can't get out through the liver, gut, poop route, they recirculate, which is just as gross as it sounds. And double whammy, it taxes your body even more. Number 4 is insulin and blood sugar. Let's go a little deeper here because this is a big one for a lot of moms. Your liver plays a central role in regulating your blood sugar by storing glucose and releasing it when you need it, which is what helps you fast well and burn fat too. But the liver also processes sugar itself. And when your diet is high in sugar, even healthy sugars or just too many processed carbs, your liver gets overwhelmed. It stores some sugar as glycogen, but excess gets turned into fat, and that puts a lot of strain on the system. On top of that, a sluggish liver can mess with insulin signaling, meaning your body doesn't respond to insulin the way it should. Glucose doesn't get into your cells efficiently, and instead of burning it for energy, your body stores it as fat. So you feel tired, you crave sugar, you gain weight, and even when you cut back on calories, it's like your body refuses to let go of the fat. This is why liver health is so key if you're struggling with insulin resistance or stubborn weight that just won't budge. Sometimes as women, we just feel like if we just eat the right things or if we just don't eat too much, then everything will come into alignment. But the truth is that if you don't heal these underlying root causes like your liver health, you will render yourself unable to lose weight, balance your hormones, or feel energetic throughout your day. Okay, let's move on to number 5, which is hormone balance. This is where things get really interesting. Your hormones aren't just floating around doing their thing. And it's not like a point A to point B. The brain says, produce hormones and send them here. They're in a constant cycle of being created, activated, used, and then cleared from the body. And your liver is in charge of 2 major jobs here. Number 1 is activating hormones, making sure they're ready to work. If you have any kind of thyroid issue, you know about the T3 to T4 conversion. That means that your body, your thyroid could be producing a lot of thyroid hormone, but if it's not making the conversion to an active thyroid hormone, then guess what? Your body isn't actually getting the thyroid hormone to work like it needs to. You just have all this inactive, useless hormone floating around in your body, and that can happen with a lot of other hormones too. So it's important for 1, for them to be activated, and then number 2, clearing out the used hormones so your body can stay in balance. Okay, listen, your hormones have to be cleared out of your body too. And this is important because if you have hormones in your body, your brain is signaling to your other hormone centers to create hormones. And it's taking inventory all the time. So it sends out a message and it's like, hey, how much do we have of this hormone? And your body will send back a message saying, this is how much of this hormone that we have. But the problem is that some of those hormones might be either inactive or used up, which means they cannot be used, but they have not been discarded in the body. They haven't been turned to waste. And this is so important. This is like if you said to your kids, hey, I'm at the grocery store. I need you to go look in the fridge and see if we have milk. And they go and they open up the fridge and they look in there and they see a container of milk. And they're like, yes, Mom, we have milk in the fridge. There's a container of milk in the fridge. And you're like, okay, we're good. So you don't buy milk. But when you get home, you go to grab the milk out of the fridge and you realize that the container is empty. The empty container is sitting in the fridge. The container is there, the milk is not. You know how frustrating that is. Well, that's like what's happening in your body when used hormones aren't disposed of. They're floating around. They're sending a signal that the milk is there, but it's not actually milk. It's just the container. And so it's really important to have your liver in good working condition so it can do this. If your liver can't do it well, you end up with hormonal traffic jams. Estrogen piles up, cortisol lingers, thyroid hormones don't get activated. So while we often blame our ovaries or adrenals, the root cause might actually be the liver. And this is why things like thyroid issues, adrenal fatigue, and estrogen dominance often trace back to sluggish liver function. And this is why we cover this in my Live Healthy Mama course, because it is one of those root causes that we don't know about and we may never even pay attention to, but underneath, it's one of the blocks to our health. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk a little bit about detoxing and fasting. I know that these are buzzwords in the wellness world, so let's clear the confusion. Your liver detoxes in phases. It pulls toxins from your fat and bone tissue, breaks them down, and prepares them for elimination. And that takes nutrients like B vitamins, magnesium, amino acids, and antioxidants. So just drinking celery juice or doing a cleanse without those specific nutrients doesn't mean that you're actually detoxing just because you're doing a so-called juice detox. In fact, if you start pulling toxins out, but you don't help your liver get them out of your body, you might feel worse. And so this is why it's so important to give your body the right nutrients at the right time so detox can happen safely and completely. And fasting is a beautiful way to give your liver a break. When you're not digesting food, your body can shift energy toward repair and detox. But, and this is a big but, if you're already dealing with high stress, poor sleep, or hormone imbalance, fasting might backfire or leave you feeling really, really awful. So it's not about jumping in with a 16-8 window or jumping in and doing like a 3-day fast. It's about tuning into your body, starting slow, preparing your body for what's to come, and supporting your liver with nourishment first. Okay. So without having to jump into like a big detox fasting process and all the implications that come with that, what can you actually do today to support your liver and these processes naturally? Okay, let's make it simple, mama style. Let's keep it simple and do what works. Number one is start your morning with warm lemon water. It gently wakes up your liver and digestion, and that lemon is going to help stimulate your liver for natural detox. Number two is cut back on sugar and alcohol. These overwork the liver and slow healing dramatically. Number three is eat more cruciferous vegetables. Think broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, kale, liver-loving superheroes. If you struggle to eat vegetables or even some of the ones that I just mentioned, go on Pinterest and look at vegetarian meals. Let me tell you, you don't have to be vegetarian. In fact, you can add meat to most of the meals that they include, but nobody knows how to eat vegetables good like a vegetarian. Trust me, they get creative, there's spices involved, and they can taste amazing. Number 4 is don't skip meals. Keep your blood sugar steady to avoid burdening your liver. There is a time when fasting, especially intermittent fasting, can be so helpful to your body. But like we mentioned before, if you're not doing it in the right way, it can actually cause more stress on the body. And so without the help and support of doing it properly, sometimes it's better that you actually don't skip meals. And as moms, I know that this can actually be a huge problem for us. Sometimes we get so busy and we get so wrapped up in the to-do list and caring for everybody else that we skip meals. And often it's to our own detriment because it means that we're nutrient deficient. So if you don't have a really solid plan and you know what you're doing with intermittent fasting, then actually starting with not skipping meals and eating nutrient-dense food will go a lot further for you. Okay, number 5 is try dry brushing or gentle movement. 2 things that help your lymphatic system a ton is dry brushing, which I'll put a link down below for exactly what that is and how to do it. And also gentle movement. You don't have to stress your body out with a ton of exercise, but moving your body and sweating will help your body move toxins out naturally. Number 6 is get good sleep. So growth hormone and your liver can team up to heal you overnight and do their job. None of this needs to be fancy or overwhelming. Just take 1 or 2 steps today and you'll be amazed at how your body responds. There is a time and a place to go deep and really dig your heels into healing your body. And we do that in my Live Healthy Mama course. But on a daily basis, don't underestimate the power of small steps in the right direction. They are seriously your catalyst for change, and they will make a huge difference in your health if you can start implementing some small, simple strategies on a consistent basis. Here's the deal, friend. Your liver isn't failing you. It's likely overworked and undersupported, kind of like you, mama. And you don't need to figure this out alone. If you're ready for simple, doable steps to walk you through the what do I do, when do I do it, and how do I do it to feel better in my body, that's exactly why I created the Live Healthy Mama course. Whether you love nerding out over the why or you just want someone to hand you the roadmap, you'll get both. Inside, we'll walk you through everything from liver health to hormone balance, gut support to sleep rhythms, and it's all designed with your real mom life in mind because healing doesn't have to be hard and your wellness doesn't have to wait. You were created for wellness, and this might just be the missing piece you've been praying for. I know that it was for me because cleaning up my liver health was one of the big 5 areas that I healed in order to lose 25 pounds, balance my hormones, clear up my fatigue and brain fog, and start feeling amazing again. It was a huge factor in kickstarting my health in a way that I never expected, even after being on my health journey for many, many years. And so if this is something that you have overlooked or never even considered because you didn't think it mattered for you, I'm here to tell you it is a game changer. Okay, next week, we're diving even deeper into one of the biggest energy thieves in motherhood, sugar and insulin. If you feel like you're constantly craving sweets, riding the energy roller coaster, or struggling with stubborn weight, no matter how little you eat, this one's for you, honey. We'll talk about how insulin actually works in your body, why it's not just a diabetic issue, and how to break free from the sugar trap without feeling deprived or overwhelmed. I know this has been a big one for me. If I could just go to the dentist and have them pull that sweet tooth out. I would do it in a heartbeat, but unfortunately, it doesn't actually work that way. So we are going to walk this out together and make sure that you're following the show because you don't want to miss this conversation. This might just be the light bulb moment that your body has been waiting for, and I can't wait to dive into the next root issue with you. I'll see you next time. Mama, I hope this episode blessed you and reminded you that you were beautifully and uniquely made to thrive. If today's conversation spoke to your heart, I'd love for you to take a moment to leave a rating and review. Not only does it encourage me, but it helps more tired mamas discover the hope, healing, and energy they've been searching for. You're not in this alone. Make sure to hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. Together, we'll reclaim your energy, renew your health, and revive your spirit, one step at a time. Until next time, remember, you are beautifully designed by God to live with energy, clarity, and joy. You're not just surviving, mama. You're stepping into the vibrant life you were created for. I'm cheering you on.